Thanks very much indeed. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your ever-staunch support. The last few weeks, for me, and I guess for most of you, have been incredibly frustrating. Because we've seen propagated utter rubbish. And we've had to live with it. And that rubbish has been picked up, inevitably, as it would be, and published in the local press. And out there are a lot of people now saying, well, what's happening? It's gone quiet. You know, why is suddenly Manston not at the top of the agenda? Have they thrown in the towel? Well, you've heard what Tony said. The answer is no, of course we haven't. But we've taken a view that from now on in, what matters is what River Oaks Strategic Partnership are going to submit in mid-November, let's say. Might be a little bit sooner, might be a little bit later, but around that time. And effectively after that, they're then in Perth. They can say, we've submitted the application for the DCO, and that's about it. Because after that, it's in the hands of the planning inspectorate. I can comment, Craig can comment, or Bayford can comment.
Can we comment?
You can comment as much as you'd like. But the problem, of course, is that the company has effectively to play completely by the rules. Well, I said it's a problem. It's not actually a problem because I have personally great faith in the planning inspectorate. They've played a very straight bat hitherto, and I see no reason why they shouldn't do so in the future. And the fact that the 4 planning applications were rejected by the planning inspectorate speaks volumes. But it has been frustrating. I'm not normally backward in coming forward, and I've been biting my lip because I wanted to say something. But what we all now need to do is get this absolutely right. Give River Oak, as we have done in the past, our full support, and do our level best to kick the bottom out of the lies that have been propagated. Some of them about me. That's all right, I've got a thick skin and broad shoulders and I'm not too bothered. It goes with the territory, as they say. The argument about the local plan is, for Bob and his colleagues, a slightly tricky one. Because there is this issue of, okay, you chuck it out, and let's hope that there is a majority on the 18th of January. Well, then what? Well, then other things have to come into play, but other things are going to come into play anyway. As Tony has said, the whole machinery that's led up to this plan is flawed. The fact that there hasn't been proper consultation with neighbouring councils is a deep flaw in what Thanet District Council is proposing to put forward. That's nothing to do with River Oak or Manston Airport. It's to do with either lack of experience, lack of knowledge, or lack of courtesy. But whatever it is, it's a gaping hole in the local plan process. And the inspector's going to pick up on that. And that's just one issue, and there are other matters surrounding the manner in which the plan has been constructed that are flawed. And I don't think it's beyond the bounds of possibility that an inspectorate might well say, I'm sorry, one, we can't accept this, even if it was carried. And 2, we don't think that this administration or this council is capable of generating a local plan, and we're going to take it away from him and give it to somebody who can do the job properly. So, while Bob and his colleagues, and 2 more, bless them, walked in behind me while Bob was speaking, while Bob and his colleagues are going to have accusations levelled against them, you've destroyed the local plan, you can see it now, the headline of the local paper, week after January the 18th. if they win, and I hope they will. You've thrown out the local plan. You're now exposed to all this. You can see exactly what Wells will say. Just hold in your minds the fact that it is the local plan generated by this local authority that is flawed. And my view is that Bob and his colleagues and all of the other councillors, including, I suspect, many UKIP councillors who have grave concerns about this, are not only entitled to vote against it, but actually have a duty to vote against it. This is not what the people of Thanet voted for. They didn't vote for it in the general election in 2015. They didn't vote for it in the general election in 2017. Locally, they didn't vote for it in the county council elections, and most certainly they didn't vote for it in the district council elections. And if democracy means anything at all, it means paying attention to what people really want and then trying to deliver it. And what people want, not just the people in this room, but the people out there who voted at county, at district and at parliamentary level. What they voted for was an airport at Manston. That's what we're going to deliver. We're going to play our part. River Oak are going to play their part. They have a great team of people. They have a responsible team of people. They have people who are of the utmost integrity, who've generated the reports relating to the environment, relating to employment. All of that material is going to be submitted in very short order now. And then we don't just sit back and wait, we have to see it through, we have to give it support, we have to make our presence felt when there is a public inquiry, as I'm sure there will be. The other issue, of course, which has been thrown at me from time to time, and I fully understand why, is what's the government saying about this? Answer, nothing. The government cannot say anything about it, because the government, in the form of the Secretary of State for Transport, is the final arbiter. And if Chris Grayling were to make a statement now in support of Manston Airport, then the whole process could be open to judicial review. So while I'm allowed to talk to Chris Grayling, he's not allowed to talk to me. Makes for a very interesting conversation. But what I do know, throw in one other fact, is that the department's requirement, insofar as it's a requirement at all, for Manston for Operation Stack will end within the time scale that we're working to. In other words, it won't interfere with the process. So that's where we are. We know where we're going. We know what we've got to do. I hope you and a lot of your friends will be present at the council offices on January the 18th to make your view quietly, courteously, as you always do, but firmly known. And with a fair wind, one, the local plan will be thrown out, but two, of course, by then, the DCO process will be underway. Look, my friends, we've gone a long way with this. This is a battle we're going to win. We're not going to win it just for Thanet. We're not going to win it for Kent. We're going to win it in the national interest. Because as I've said over and over again, with Brexit, we need that airport. It's the only freight facility in the country that's readily, swiftly available. And it's not going too far to say that in part at least the economy of our country depends upon us delivering. And by God, we're going to deliver.